Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 43. Got a couple CDs. You know, these are all eBay purchases, so you know, only got a little bit of CDs that we got. I just don't have the money to buy a whole bunch of CDs. You know what I mean? Broke, you know, unemployed, so you know how that go. But you know, I got what I could, you know, so I'll just try to focus more on reviews more until, you know, I'll probably get a job or some shit, then I'll be able to buy more CDs. But anyways, enough of that, enough of the sob story. You're not here to talk about that, we're here to talk about these CDs I copped. Alright? Without further ado, I'll show you guys the first CD that out of the bunch, which is Aceyalone's first album, or his debut album, All Balls Don't Bounce, released in 1995. For those who don't know who Aceyalone is, he's an MC from LA, California. He was part of a group called Freestyle Fellowship back in the early 90s. You know, the thing with Aceyalone, he's very unique. He's a unique artist, I like to say. He's not for everybody, I should say. He's known for his like spoken word type of delivery. You know, he raps, but it's kind of like a spoken word type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like slam poetry type of stuff. You know, that's what it is. Kind of like not as bad, not bad, but not as technical as Professor Griff, like I mentioned before. Not as like that, but as far as like he raps like as poetically, as I should say it like that. Yeah, and like I said, he came out with Freestyle Fellowship. They came out with 2 albums, which I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really followed Freestyle Fellowship like that, and I do need to get my hands on their albums, but I know they're very hard to come by and they're out of print. I believe the record label they were under, I believe they dropped them soon after, cause I believe they only came out with 2 albums, one in 91 and one in 93, and then 2 years later he released this album right here. Alright, there's only 2 singles off the album. And by the way, this is the 2004 release version that Decon Records has released, because the original version that came out in 95 was long out of print, and it's been out of print for years until 2004. They re-released it, and what's cool about it, it comes with 2 discs. The first disc comes with the original disc, and the second disc comes with like a whole bunch of remixes and like rare tracks that was recorded around that time, so I thought that was pretty cool. And this is an enhanced CD. The thing with the enhanced CDs, they're cool, but the thing is, like, you can only play them with certain computers that play enhanced CDs, because otherwise, like, there's a way you could do it, but on the newer computers, but it's kind of hard to do. But if you have like an older computer, like a Windows 98 type of joint, or XP, maybe even XP, then you could probably see like the videos and stuff like that. But a lot of those you can find on YouTube. So but yeah, singles off this. Oh, and by the way, he was also responsible for the whole Project Blow movement that came out back in the mid-90s. Trying to get that compilation, the Project Upload compilation that came out in 95, but very hard to come. It's long out of print. I believe it came out CD. I know it came out on vinyl, but I don't know if it came out CD. It probably did, but if it is, hard to come by. But anyways, singles off the album are what are the singles? Mic Check was a single, and I Think. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. And no. The Greatest Show on Earth was a single, and there was another single too. I don't know, but yeah. But glad to own this album. I got this for dumb cheap. Got it for like, I think like $2. Plus I played on like shipping and handling. But glad to own this joint right here. Aceyalone, All Balls Don't Bounce, released in 1995. Okay. Then, to me, in my opinion, I think this album is the creme de la creme out of the whole batch, in my opinion. Because this shit is so hard to come by. It's like out of this world. It's Scaramanga's debut album, Seven Eyes, Seven Hordes, released in 1998. Scaramanga, for those who don't know who Scaramanga is, He's an MC from Brooklyn, New York. He's from Brownsville, Brooklyn. He got his start back in the early 90s. He's known for his affiliation with Kool Keith, you know, with Ultramagnetic MCs, but mostly with Kool Keith. Like, he used to roll with Kool Keith, and he also rolled with Godfather Don, another one of my favorite producers slash MCs. By the way, I'm trying to get my hands on his debut album, Hazardous, that came out in '91, but it's long out of print and it's hard to come by, and it goes for stupid money online. I seen on eBay a couple of months ago for like $100, but then I saw it lower the price to like $90. But still, I'm not paying $80-90 for a CD. Fuck that. I don't care. It has to, like, the only way I'll do that is like if he himself is selling it and it comes with like an autograph and like comes with like some, like, you know, some goodies, like some like a poster or you know, like some stickers or some shit like that. That's the only way I'll pay that price. But other than that, you know, I'm trying to get my hands on that joint. But yeah, getting back to this joint right here, Scaramanga, like I said, he's known for his affiliation with Godfather Don, Kool Keith and stuff like that. He's done a lot of freestyles over the years and demos with Kool Keith. A lot of that stuff you can hear on the Stretch and Bobbito freestyles that you can probably find online and stuff like that. He's definitely featured a lot. He's definitely putting work on in that era, you know, like the mid to late 90s. And so fast forward to 1998, he finally put out his album, 797 Horns. He goes through a lot. He has a lot of aliases. Sir Menelik, Cyclops 4000. Also, he was actually featured on the first Sound Bombing compilation that came out in '97 by Raucous. But anyways, like I said, his debut album. Finally got my hands on this shit. This is long out of print, hard to come by. And what's cool about this joint, this is not the re-release version that only has 12 songs. This is the original that has 16 songs. Because the original, the re-release only has 12 songs, and there were certain songs that was left off for that. So when I found this, I got this on eBay. I paid maybe like $15 for this shit, but it was definitely worth the money, and I'm glad I got it for that price, because usually they go for like stupid money. But yeah, glad to own this joint right here. On YouTube, he has a video for it called for the song Shala Magnetic, one of my favorite songs off the album. It's the second track off the album. He has a video for it. Obviously he didn't make the video the time of the album, but he recorded a video like 3 years ago, where he was trying to do like videos for his old songs from what he did in the 90s. He was supposed to do more, but he didn't end up doing it. As a matter of fact, he's not really doing music anymore. I have him as a friend on Facebook. He's like an attorney. He's like studying law, so he's not really doing the music thing. So, I'm happy for him, but it sucks because I would like to hear more from him. So, but yeah, finally got my hands on this joint, so I'm glad to own this. 7 Nines and 7 Horns, released in 1998. If you get your hands on this joint, pick it up. Then we got O.G.C, or Original Gun Clappers, their second and last album they ever came out with. This was released in 1999. This was 3 years after their first album, The Storm, which I do have a copy of. Definitely need to do a review on that. Like I said, 3 years after The Storm. This album, I actually like this album. It's actually pretty good. The singles off this album, I believe there's only one single off the album, which is Bound to the Ounce, which they have a video for. Yeah, I'm glad to own this joint. This is actually out of print too, but if you can get your hands on this joint, definitely pick it up. I think you can actually get this on the Duck Down website, because they have a store, like an online store, where you get like their older albums and stuff. But yeah, Starang Wonder, he's actually one of my favorite MCs out of the whole group. I think he's my favorite out of the whole group, like the most lyrical out of the whole people. But shout out to Top Dog and Louisville Slugger. But yeah, Starang Wonder, he was definitely my favorite. But glad to own this joint right here. Then we got Walt Sicknin, Where's Walt, the EP released in 2014 this year. Alright. For those who don't know who Walt Sicknin is, he's MC from Philly. Shout out to my dude Colin from Kick Drum Products out of Philly. He sent me a copy of this. This album is long out of print, you know, EP I should say, but I feel like it's an album just because of the because there are bonus tracks off the album. And whatchamacallit, he actually saved this copy for me because this went long out of print. It got sold out. But he's been wanting me to get this, but I just never had the money to buy it, and you know, I just never, you know, it wasn't really fucking with PayPal like that. But then once I finally got my PayPal, I was like, alright, let me go get it, and I picked it up. So yeah, so I finally got this shit. Really liked it. Very gritty, very his delivery, you know, his voice is so ill. It just kind of remind me of like, you know, like early to mid 90s hip hop. Just remind me of like the Stretch and Bobbito days, like as far as like the production and his voice has like that real grungy, real raspy voice, and that's what I love about it. You know what I mean? If you got like guys like SP 1200 beats, you know, then like I do like 12-bit beats, then this is the album to pick up. I will definitely be doing a review on this. So he want me to do a review, so I'll definitely check it out. Listen to the album. I would listen to the album again and then give you my thoughts on this joint. But yeah, glad to own it. Thank you, Colin. Much appreciated. One love. Then finally got my hands on this album. Been wanting to get this for mad long, but just never got around to it. It's self-titled debut album, 1999, released in 2010. For those who don't know who Self-Titled is, he's an MC from Tampa, Florida. He got his start back in the mid 90s. He's known for his affiliation with the Army of the Pharaohs, the Demigods, and all that. But before all of that, he's part of a group called Equilibrium. It was a group that came out in Tampa, like I said before. It was a group of Self-Titled, which consisted of I think it was Dutch Massive and Magic Most, and they came out with a 12-inch called what was the name of that 12-inch? It's the one where they sampled Windows 98. I forgot the name of the LP, the EP, the 12-inch they came out with, but it was actually pretty dope, and it's actually out of print. It's hard to come by. But then he had never came out with an actual album, and yes, he had came out with the catalog, which by the way is long out of print, but he's re-releasing it. I just found out he's re-releasing it, and I definitely need to get my hands on that joint. So I'll definitely get my hands on that joint. And because you know the catalog is like of stuff that he's done throughout the 90s up to like because I think that joint came out in 2006, so up to like 2006 was just like a B-sides, demos, appearances that he came out in people's albums, and it's like 4 discs worth of material, which is pretty cool. But anyways, getting back to this, he collabed with Buckwild and Buckwild D.I.T.C. And you know, Buckwild had a whole bunch of stuff that he has recorded, you know, between 1994 and 1995. Stuff that he's given out to artists like O.G.C and countless other MCs, but they kind of like they didn't want the album, they didn't want the songs, so they were kind of like collecting dust, and so he's just like, fuck it, let me get them joints, and then I rap over these joints. So listen to this album, you would think this album was actually made in 1995. Like, that's how ill this album is. And I'm glad to own it. Yeah, fucking love this album. Glad to own this joint right here. There is a single off the album. There's a video for it. It's called There Will Be Blood, which features Sadat X, Grand Poobah, A.G., O.C, and Diamond D. Excuse me. No, I'm sorry, that's not the single. Mad Ammo, excuse me. There was a video for Mad Ammo, I'm sorry. Yeah, they killed that video. Very, very dope. Excuse me. Scratch that There Will Be Blood. But yeah, glad to own this joint. Love it. You can hear the original sample from The Creator by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Very dope joint right here. Next joint is self-titled and Buckwild, 1990 More. This is like the sequel to to 1990 Now. Like I said, it's a sequel. It's just like songs that I guess didn't make the album, because I believe in the interview he was saying like they made mad songs, and I guess these were like the leftover tracks off the album. That's what I got out of that. Pretty cool. My only gripe with it was like was what I like about it is that you actually get the instrumentals from the first album, then you get the instrumentals from this album, but I feel like there were a little bit too many instrumentals in my opinion, which I do like, but I feel like the first disc was a little bit too short as far as songs. That's just my opinion, but beggars can't be choosers, man. But if you're an MC, you want to just rap over these beats, then definitely check it out. But yeah, glad to own this joint right here. I actually got this, the 1990 Now album, and the next album that I'll be showing you guys from a CD lot, like which came with 3 CDs. So I was like, you know what? Let me get that joint. I won the bid, so glad to own it. But this is 1990 More by self-titled and Buckwild, released in 2011. Then we got Action Bronson's album, his collab album with Statik Selektah, Well Done, released in 2011. Everybody should know who Action Bronson is. He's an MC from Queens, New York, known for his affiliation with the Outdoorsmen, which consisted of Mayhem Loren, one of my favorite MCs out now, Action Bronson himself, J Love, Science, Animal, I believe Take It, a dude named Take It was part of the Outdoorsmen. They're not really doing shit right now as far as a group. They're all doing solo shit. But yeah, like he collabed with Statik Selektah, and sorry about that. No, I'm sorry. Let me finish with he's known for his affiliation with the Outdoorsmen, and then he's part of the whole Low Life crew. Shout out to the whole Low Lives. I was up all day. You know what I'm saying? Whatchamacallit? He started appearing on the J Love mixtapes, like the whole, like a lot of the King of What I Do, This Is What I Do, like the whole Street Savior series that he did. J Love did over the years and stuff like that. He started appearing on that as well as Mayhem Loren as well, and that's how he got his buzz. And then like I think 3 years later, I think in 2011, I believe he came out with Dr. Lecter, I think in 2011 or the year before, and then he came out with this, or it was like the other way around. He came out with this first, then Dr. Lecter, but I think it was Dr. Lecter first, then this album. But he collabed with Statik Selektah, came with this joint right here, pretty good. I really like it a lot. I definitely have to do a review on this joint right here. But this is Action Bronson, Well Done, with Statik Selektah, released in 2011. And then last but not least, the album I've been trying to get my hands on for years, finally got my hands on it, is Heather B's first album, Takin Mine, released in 1996. For those who don't know who Heather B is, she's an MC from Jersey City, Jersey, New Jersey. She got her start back in the early 90s, back in 1992. She's known for her affiliation with Boogie Down Productions. Everybody knows her from the Real World. The first season of Real World New York was featured Heather B and Kevin Powell, who's like an activist, hip hop activist. Well, not just a hip hop activist, but he's an activist. He put in work. You know what I mean? He's a real official dude. I fucks with him. But excuse me. And she came out with a 12-inch called. She came out with a single called I Get Wrecked, which there was a video for. And I believe she also came out with a single called Get a Job, I believe, or some shit like that. Some shit like that. And like I said, she known for her affiliation with Boogie Down Productions, and she's been kind of silent. She came out with a 12-inch under the name Misunderstood, called One on One. KRS-One did the beat on that joint, and fast forward to 1996, she came out with this album, very dope. Fucking love this album. She came out with two productions done by Boogie Down, by KRS-One's brother Kenny Parker. Another dope another dope producer, very slept on in my opinion. Singles off this album are All Glocks Down, which was a single, and if no, there's three singles: All Glocks Down, If Heads Only Knew, and My Kinda Nigga featuring M.O.P. And that's pretty much it, man. Like Kenny Parker, he does like all the beats except for one beat. The Beatminerz do a beat, and it's fucking sick, man. If you like rough, rugged, raw rhymes and beats, this sounds like go cop. I'll definitely be doing a review on this album. And that's it, people. Hope you guys enjoyed that review, that CD collection video. I'm gonna do one more review after this, and I'm gonna call it a night as far as like doing videos and stuff like that. I just did a review on Jizz's third album, Beneath the Surface, so that should be uploaded already. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.